All right, we welcome you back into Municipal Stadium here for the second game of our doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon as we welcome you back inside to the broadcast booth. Griffin Cast on hand. SNHU, they won 8-3 in game one over Post as they accumulated 13 hits on the mound here for the Eagles to begin game two. It is number 33, Nick Seaman, the right-hander, a sophomore, 6'1", 175 pounds from Valley Cottage, New York. As he has pitched 5.1 innings of work this year with a 15.19 ERA, making his first start of the year for the Eagles. Yeah, number 33, Nick Seaman, sophomore. Again, SNHU, they won in game one, 8-3. This is the second game of a three-game weekend set as Griffin Cast is on hand here in the broadcast booth on the CACC network. So glad you could be with us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Temperatures ranging in the mid to high 50s, partly cloudy, not a whole lot of wind, just a picture-perfect day for baseball. As Seaman getting the start here today in game two for the Eagles. Behind the dish for Post is Manny Contreras, 5'11", as Jimmy Brennan got the start last game behind the dish, and it is Contreras' his turn to catch for game two. Rivera, Cornwell on the left side of the infield, Rivera at third. And the first pitch here in game two is a strike right down the middle as Jake Reisdorf leading things off for the Penmen here in game two. He was spectacular in the box in game one as he was 3 for 5. Scored 2 runs as well as he takes the 1-1 low and outside. And let's set the field here for the Eagles, like I just mentioned. Rivera at third, Cornwell at short, Corchado at first, at second is Onofrio, and in the outfield, in left field is DJ Karen, who hit a home run in the ninth inning of game one as Reisdorf is down swinging. In center field is Danny Gill, and then in right, it is Michael Pavlicek. The same lineup out there for the Eagles. The only difference is the pitcher and the catcher. So here's Woders. Woders had a great game one for the Penmen. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 walks, and he played a great shortstop. He's playing short again here in game two. Looks like he took one off with a forearm right there. So Woders will walk to first as he gets hit by the pitch. Here's Harry Vargas-Segura, who is the best hitter on this team coming into the 3-game weekend set, .423 average through the first 16 games. And in game one, he was 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Skies this one into the infield. Rivera is under it in foul play, and he makes the grab. 2 down here in the top of the first. Pitch gets away from Contreras, and Wouters takes second. Runner in scoring position here for Jake Pisano. Pisano is 0 for 4 in game 1. Takes that one for a strike on the outside corner. Pisano DHing again here in game 2. And falls behind in the count here. Ball 2. Two. Breaking ball. Misses. Runner takes third. Throw down. And Wouters is in there safely, standing up. Here's the payoff. Foul back to the backstop. Three, 2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here at Municipal. Let's set the field here for SNHU here in the bottom of the first. Again, just a reminder that game 2 here is only 7 innings, not like it was 9 innings last game. On the mound here for SNHU to start game 2, Zach Brassel. Number 22, a right-hander, sophomore, 6'1", 210 pounds from Northampton, New Hampshire. Brassel's got a 6.23 ERA and 21.2 innings of work, 3-0 on the year, as he is making his 5th start here for the Penmen. As the Penmen now 10-7 with that Game 1 win against the Eagles. Eagles now 7-12. So let's set the field here for SNHU. Pretty much the same as Game 1. Reisdorf is in rights. In left field, it is Wachter. In center, Vargas Segura. So the outfield remains the same. At third, Frankie DeMauro, who started at third last game. Wouters at shortstop, who started at short last game. At second base, Burgos, who started at second. And we have a change at first base. Dylan O'Sullivan is playing first base. Last game, Kyle Levine played first base. This game, Kyle Levine is behind the dish, catching for Brassel. So here's Pavelchak to lead things off for the Eagles, playing right field. And he led off last game. He was 0 for 4. Bit of a struggle for the best hitter on the team here for the Eagles through the first 18 games. And through the first 18 games, had a 349 average, leading the team. Slugging percentage at 397 and on-base percentage at 506. So Pavlicek will dig in here. First pitch from Brassel in his 5th start of the year is on its way, and it's a ball, a fastball outside. Called strike. And a leadoff single for the Eagles to begin game 2. Pavlicek strolls into first, and that will bring up the shortstop, Evan Cornwell. Cornwell was 0 for 4 in game 1. He scored a run. First pitch high and in to Cornwell. That one paints the outside corner. One. Outside. Three one. Ball 4. Eagles got something going here in the bottom of the first. Runners on second and first, no outs. There's Corchado to step in here. First baseman went 1 for 4 in game 1. Brassel checks in on Pavlicek at second. Called strike. That one misses upstairs. 1-1 count to the first baseman. And runners on second and first here for the Eagles. Pavlicek is at second, Cornwell at first, and the 1-1 from Brassel inside. 2-1. Down Broadway for strike 2. That one is dribbled. Foul. Two. Called strike 3. Right down the hatch. And Corchado's down looking. So here's DJ Karen, who hit a home run in the 9th inning. Not too long ago. Takes the first pitch outside. Karen went 2 for 4 in game 1. Scored a run. Had that RBI with the home run. Solo shot to left field in the 9th inning. The 1-0 from Brassel. Right down the pipe for strike 2. Or for strike 1, pardon me. 1-1. The 1-1. Slice foul. One, two. Breaking ball, or slider, I should say, outside. For ball 2, 2-2 count. Russell deals. Tails foul down the right field line. Nice piece there from Karen. Karen working a very good at-bat here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Huge back-to-back strikeouts for Brassel, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. So here's Justin Rivera. Went 2 for 3 in game 1 with an RBI. First pitch paints the outside corner, called strike 1. The 1-1. Ripped into left field. Rounding third and heading home is Pavlicek, and the Eagles strike first here in game 2. So Brassel let the first 2 batters on, struck out the next 2, but then gives up a 2-out RBI single to Justin Rivera, and it's 1-0 post here in game 2, and that will bring up the DH, Jalen Kelly, who struggled in the batter's box in game 1, 0 for 3. Kelly from Naugatuck, Connecticut. 5'10", a business major, stands at listed at 230 pounds. He's a senior. Check swing. Call ball. Two balls, one strike to the DH. Here's the pitch. Just misses. That looked good from my vantage point. 3-1 to number 58. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. And that will bring up the catcher, Manny Contreras. Didn't see where he was at first. A little late to get to the batter's box. So here's Contreras. Didn't play in game 1. Starting in his 3rd game of the year. He's had 5 at-bats with 2 hits. Scored a run. And in a big spot here with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And 2 hits here for the Eagles in this bottom of the first. They lead 1-0. And the 0-1 to Contreras is upstairs for ball 1. Contreras rips that foul again. Contreras only 5 at-bats this season. This is his 6th of the year. And getting the start behind the dish. Starting in his 3rd game of the year. And a major spot here for the Eagles. Brassel will be fortunate to get out of this jam with only 1 run allowed. The 1-2 is in the dirt. 2-2 count to the catcher. Two. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Brassel in that bottom of the first. Eagles get 1 across, and we head to the second with the Eagles up 1-0 here at Municipal.
We hadn't even made the NCAA tournament, so anything we do now is
Top of the second here at Municipal Stadium. Eagles lead at 1-0, 5-6-7. Due up for SNHU here in this top of the second. Jorge Burgos, who went 1 for 4 in game 1, his lone hit was a home run to center field, and he rips that one foul down the third base line. Takes that one inside for a ball. Burgos is a sports management major. He transferred to SNHU from Highland Community College. He's a senior. The 2-1. Low and outside for ball 3. And Burgos, Wachter, and Levine due up here in this top of the second. Again, we are only playing 7 innings here in game 2. And Burgos draws a walk, a leadoff walk to begin this top of the second. Nader Wachter had an RBI in game 1, went 1 for 4. Had one of the 13 hits for SNHU in game 1. He squares. It will go behind Contreras, and Burgos will steal seconds. So runner in scoring position here for the Penmen with no outs here in the top of the second. One out. Low. Ball 2. Seaman misses once more. 3-0 count to Wachter. Yeah, Nick Seaman with a 15.19 ERA, an 0-0 record, making his first start of the season here for the Eagles. 5.1 innings of work this year through the first 18 games. And he walks the first 2 batters here in the top of the second. So here's Kyle Levine, who played first base in game 1. He's catching here in game 2. He was 1 for 4 in game 1. And that gets by Contreras, a pass ball, and both runners will advance into scoring positions. Runners at second and third, with no outs here in the top of the second. Levine, a sophomore from Bedford, New Hampshire. Big spot here for the Penmen here in the top of the seconds. The 1-0 paints the outside corner for strike number 1. The 1-1. Call it strike. Seaman able to get ahead on the catcher here for the Penmen. The 1-2. Foul tip. Levine stays alive. On deck is Dylan O'Sullivan, who did not play in game 1, starting at first base here in game 2 for SNHU. Seaman delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So here's Dylan O'Sullivan. And getting the start here in game 2. Did not appear in Game 1, hitting .304 on the year, making his 8th start of the year in his 13th game played. 23 at-bats, 7 hits, and 4 RBIs. He's got 2 potential runs batted in out there waiting for him. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Righty on righty. Seaman deals high and inside. 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. Eagles would be super fortunate to get out of this jam with no runs allowed. Again, Seaman walked the first 2 batters here in this inning, Burgos and Wachter. Called strike 3, back to back. So after he walks the first 2 batters, he strikes out the next 2, and there's 2 down here in the top of the second. So here's the third baseman, Frankie DeMaro, pardon me. DeMaro went 1 for 4 in Game 1 with 2 RBIs. It's that foul, 1-1. Seaman delivers to the sophomore. He lifts that out to center field. Gill is under it. And the Eagles escape the top of the second. SNHU, they leave 2 runners in scoring position. And we head to the bottom of the second with the Eagles up 1-0 here at Municipal. Eight, 9 top due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the second, leading 1-0. Trying to steal the second game of the doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon. Again, the season series, or the weekend series, will wrap up tomorrow afternoon right here at Municipal Stadium. First pitch is scheduled for 1 o'clock, and so glad you're with us here on the CACC Network. Griffin Cass with you on hand. Eagles in their home opener here today. Lost the first game 8-3, but up 1-0 here in Game 2. And a strikeout right there from Gill as the sophomore Brassel gets him down swinging. So here's John Onofrio playing second base for the Eagles, started in Game 1. He was 0 for 3 in Game 1 in the batter's box. Onofrio, a freshman and a Connecticut native from Northford. He graduated from North Branford High School, and he goes down swinging. 6 pitches from Brassel here in the bottom of the second, and he's got 2 down. So here's Pavlicek, who scored the lone run here for the Eagles. He led off the game with a single into right center field, and he slaps that one foul towards the Eagles dugout. He's got one of the 2 hits here. Again, started the game off with that hit. Rivera has the other hit. And the 0-1. Brassel's dealing here in the bottom of the second. Struck out the first 2 batters swinging. And he's ahead 0-2 here against the leadoff batter. The 0-2 lifted out to right field. Reisdorf gets under it. It makes the grab. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the seconds for Brassel and the Penmen. We head to the third. Eagles 1, Penmen 0. All right, top of the third here at Municipal Stadium. It's 1-0 Eagles. 2 hits for the Eagles, 0 for the Penmen. As we have the top of the order here. Reisdorf struck out swinging in his first at-bat here in Game 2. He is 3 for 6 on the day. He was 3 for 5 in Game 1. First pitch from Seaman is upstairs to Reisdorf. Eagles have never beaten SNHU in program history. 0-11 all time. They're up 1-0 here in Game 2. Again, we are only playing 7 innings here in the second half of the doubleheader. That one is rolled over. Onofrio fields it, throws it to first in time for out number 1 here in the top of the third. So here's Dyronson Woders, who got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Breaking ball in there for a strike as it paints the outside corner. Woders again went 2 for 4 in Game 1. Woders is a sport management major with a minor in accounting. And he gets hit by another pitch. And visibly frustrated after that one. Hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, hit by a pitch in his second at-bat. Thankfully, he's okay. Harry Vargas Segura. flew out to third base in foul territory in his first at-bat. And his numbers through the first 16 games for SNHU have been nothing short of spectacular. A .423 batting average, .731 slugging percentage, and a .569 on-base percentage. Went 2 for 4 in game 1. Contreras pops out of his glove. Wouters stays put at first. 2-0 count to the center fielder. Vargas Segura is a junior from the Bronx, 6'2", 225 pounds. Went to Port St. Lucie High School. On the outside corner, Contreras throws it into right field, and Wouters will take second. So with one out, Wouters in scoring position here. Vargas Segura fouls that back. 2-2. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And Vargas Segura is retired. 2 down here in the top of the third. So Pisano, who struck out looking in his first at-bat, digs in here for his second AB. Contreras blocks it, but lost it, fires down to third, and Wouters is in there safely. Seaman delivers the 1-0. That is ripped to the left side of the infield. Backhanded play by Cornwell. Fires to first. In time. Corgiano scooped it up, and the Eagles head to the bottom of the third, up 1-0. Two, three, four due up here in the bottom of the third. And the shortstop, Evan Cornwell, who made that sensational play to retire the side in the top of the third, will lead things off. He walked in his first at-bat. Swing and miss from Cornwell. And Cornwell, a senior for the Eagles from Pompton Lakes, New Jersey.
I'm assuming that it's old. Now that I know his brother.
Brassel delivers the 1-1. Slider, fouled back. One, two. Misses outside. That one's inside. Full count. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Cornwell heads to first. So a mistake there by Levine. And the Eagles get a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the third.
Oh, KS Plus? Try that. Yeah, hit the cheat sheet.
So here's Corchado. Slices that foul. He struck out looking in his first at-bat here in Game 2. Corchado last year, as a sophomore, played in 31 games and started in 21 of them as Brassel checks in on Cornwell at first. Last year, Corchado had 24 hits with 10 runs and 74 at-bats, 17 RBIs with a batting average of .324. As he rips that down the right side of the infield, they go to second, to first, not in time, but they get the lead runner at second, one down here in the bottom of the third. So Corchado reaches first on a fielder's choice. So DJ Karen steps in, hit a home run in the ninth inning in Game 1. Takes this one right down the hatch for strike one. Karen, a graduate student, played in 52 games last year and started in all 52. Had 77 hits with 43 runs in 210 at-bats. Had a batting average of .367 with 43 RBIs and had 3 home runs last year. He's got 3 home runs already this year. And the 1-1. Slider hit foul. Brassel now at 49 pitches. He's given up 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, and an earned run. That one sliced to right field, base knock. Karen will stroll into first. And the Eagles, they got runners at second and first with only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's Justin Rivera. Has drove in the only run here for the Eagles. The lone run, I should say. With that RBI single in the first inning. He's got another opportunity for another RBI here in his second at-bat. Rivera, a junior. Transferred from Bloomfield College. A little bit of a rival for the Eagles. And he's currently majoring in psychology. Slider misses outside. Brassel in a little bit of a jam here. Deals. And that one misses high and outside. Three hits here for the Eagles. 0 for the Penmen, and we'll have a mound visit. Again, huge storyline here for Post. Never have they ever beaten the Penmen in a game spanning from 2004 to present day. 0-11 all time, with them losing that 8-3 game in Game 1. An opportunity to make history here in this weekend set. Two-one to the third baseman. Runners at second and first. Brassel deals. And he jams Rivera as he fouls it away. 2-2. Five, 6, 7 due up for the Penmen in the top of the fourth. The 2-2. Slider misses outside for ball 3. Full count. Here comes the major payoff pitch. Woders fields it, goes to second, in time to first, in time! Big time double play for SNHU as they retire the side. 3 innings in the books. We head to the fourth with the Eagles up 1-0. Nick Seaman in his first start of the season has been spectacular through 3. He's allowed 0 hits, struck out 5, walked 2. As it is 5, 6, 7 due up here for the Penmen in the top of the fourth. Just a reminder, we are only playing 7 innings here in Game 2. We played 9 in Game 1. To wrap up the weekend set tomorrow, we will play 9 innings, as tomorrow's third and final game of the weekend set will commence at 1 o'clock. So here's Jorge Burgos, who walked in his first at-bat. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Burgos lifts that out to center field. Gill is under it. Barely has to move. And he makes the grab for out number 1. Nader walked in his first at-bat. Fastball misses low. One and one count to number 27. He's a freshman from Concord, New Hampshire. Business major. Swings and misses at that one. He's a Red Sox fan. Mike Trout is his favorite athlete. Takes that one low for ball 2. Takes that one inside. As a senior last year at Concord High School, he was named the Offensive Player of the Year. Played baseball, soccer, and wrestled during his time in high school. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 down here in the top of the 4th. So here's the catcher, Kyle Levine. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Takes this one upstairs and in for ball 1. Breaking ball, called strike. Seaman missed that one, but boy, is he in a groove. Hasn't allowed a hit here. Breaking ball misses inside. 3-1. Three one is smoked down the left field line, foul. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Nick Seaman is in a groove in his first start of the year. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 post. Bottom of the 4th, the Eagles leading 1-0. Nick Seaman has been a story here today for the Eagles. He's allowed 0 hits through 4 innings. Again, just a reminder, we are only playing 7 innings here in Game 2. Jalen Kelly will start things off here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. 6, 7, 8 due up for post. Kelly walked in his first at-bat. Brassel with 61 pitches through 3 innings, deals his first of the 4th. It's a ball that's inside, the 1-0. Low and inside. So Kelly able to get ahead on the count. Kelly, a senior. Again, a Connecticut native from Naugatuck. Takes that one right down Broadway for strike number 1. 2-1 count to the DH. Two one inside. Ball 3. Ball 4. Leadoff walk here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. And that will bring up the catcher, Manny Contreras, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. As a freshman last year, Contreras played in 13 games, started in 6 of them. Batted .278 last year. The 0-1. Runner goes. And Kelly is going to slide into second with a stolen base. That's his first stolen base of the season. In the 5th game he's appeared in. Runner in scoring position for the catcher. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Eagles clinging to a 1-run lead. Contreras squares. Kelly is going to take third. Contreras gets beamed with that pitch. And runners at the corners for the Eagles. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Danny Gill, first at bat, struck out swinging. And a big spot here for the Eagles. Runners at the corners. No outs. Three hits for the Eagles. They got that 1 run in the 1st inning. First pitch to Gill. Swing and a miss. Brassel checks in on Contreras at first. The 0-1. Fouled away, and Brassel imperatively is able to get ahead on the count here, 0-2 to the 8-hitter. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there from Brassel to retire 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. So here's the freshman, John Onofrio, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. First pitch to the second baseman is high and inside for ball 1. Brassel checks in on Contreras at first. Big hack there from Onofrio. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Brassel deals. Called strike on the outside corner. One, two. Hit. RBI single to the right side. Onofrio. His second RBI of the year, and the Eagles go up 2-0. So here's Pavlicek. 1 for 2 in the game, had a single in his first at-bat, flew out to right in his second at-bat. Runners at second and first with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Eagles with 4 hits and 2 runs as that first pitch paints the outside corner. Brassel able to get ahead on the senior here. The 0-2 just missed upstairs, I believe. 1-2 count to number 23. Brassel winds and deals. That's fouled away. One, two. Misses inside. Two. Rolled over to the right side. O'Sullivan fields. And the PFP. Brassel able to get there in time for out number 2. Runners advance. So here's Cornwell. 0 for 1 on the game with a walk. This is his third at-bat. Takes that one high and in for ball 1. 1-0, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Eagles, leading 2-0. Trying to beat the Penmen for the first time in program history. And Cornwell lifts that up. Foul. Contreras at third. Onofrio at second. Corchado's on deck. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-1. No, they go to second. Pickoff attempts. Onofrio is safely back in there. That was close. He got his body leaning towards third. And Brassel's pickoff attempt was a little too high. If that was lower, could have got him. The 1-1. Slice foul. One, two. Upstairs and outside for ball two. That's it right back up the middle. Burgos can't field it. One run comes in. It's 3-0 Eagles. And runners are at the corners with two down. So Corchado up, 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking his first at bat. Reach first on a fielder's choice in his second at bat. Corchado takes that on the outside corner for a called strike. The 0-1. Low and outside. The 1-1. Paints the outside corner. And the Eagles dugout not too happy at that call. It's 1-2 to the first baseman. Brassel trying to get the Penmen back to the bats. Runner goes at first. That was Cornwell trying to steal second, and Corchado fouls it away. One, two. Slice foul. One, two. Outside and low. And Cornwell takes second. So, two runners in scoring position for Corchado. 2-2 count. Two down. Two runs have scored here in the fourth. Corchado looking to add to it. The 2-2 hit to the right side of the infield. Burgos fields it, throws it to first to retire the side. Eagles get two across in the fourth. We head to the fifth. Eagles 3, Penmen 0. Top of the fifth here at Municipal Stadium. Eagles lead at 3-0. Dylan O'Sullivan will lead things off here for the Penmen. In the top of the fifth, takes the first pitch for a strikes. O'Sullivan struck out swinging in his first at-bat. That one's rolled over, and that's fair. O'Sullivan will hold up at first, and a leadoff single for the Penmen here in the top of the fifth. And the Penmen get their first hit of the game right there, thanks to O'Sullivan. So here's Frankie DeMaro, who flew out to center in his first at-bat. Again, just a reminder, if you are just tuning in, we are only playing 7 innings here in Game 2. We played 9 in Game 1. SNHU won 8-3. As this one's in the dirt, nice block there by Contreras. And again, if you are also tuning in, this is the second game of a 3-game weekend set. The third game to wrap up the series will be tomorrow right here at Municipal Stadium at 1 o'clock. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Nice feed there by Seaman. One and one count. Breaking ball sliced to the left side. Cornwell eats it up. Infield single for DeMaro. That'll bring up the top of the order here for the Penmen. So here's Jake Reisdorf, who's 0 for 2 in this game. He is 3 for 7 on the day. He was 3 for 5 in Game 1. And a pinch runner here for SNHU. O'Sullivan is out. And in his spot is Luca Gialongo, pardon me. So Gialongo at second. DeMaro at first. No outs. And a bit of a jam here for Seaman and the Eagles. Gialongo is a graduate student. Breaking ball. Misses outside. Good spot there by number 33. The sophomore delivers. Another breaking ball. Same spot there. Just a little outside. And Reisdorf is able to get ahead here on the count, 2-1. 2 hits here in the top of the fifth for SNHU. The 2-1 is sliced down the right field line, just foul. Eagles catch a break. That likely would have brought in 2 runs. It surely would have brought in 1. 2-2. The sophomore delivers. Low. Did he go? No. Count is full. Bit of a dangerous situation here for the Eagles. 2 runners on, no outs, and it is a 3-2 count to the right fielder. Here's the payoff pitch. Runners go. Breaking ball, flied out to left field. Under it is Karen to make the grab. Runners need to go back to their bases, and they do safely. One down here in the top of the fifth. The struggles continue for Reisdorf here in game two. So here is Woders. He was hit by a pitch in both of his two at-bats here in this game. First pitch to Woders. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Slice foul, and Seaman able to get ahead here. Quickly up 0-2 in the count. Vargas Segura is on deck. The meat of the order here for the Penmen, trying to get their first run of the game. The 0-2 outside. Good spot there. And Contreras applauds his pitcher right there for the spot. Seaman deals. Third time Woders has been hit by a pitch this game. I mean, this has got to be close, or if not a record. Definitely needs probably a record for his career. I mean, I'm sure he's played an abundance of baseball games, but 3 times, all 3 at-bats he's been hit by a pitch, and more importantly, the bases are loaded here with only 1 out, and the best hitter on the team here for the Penmen digging in. Vargas Segura takes the first pitch high and outside for ball 1. Vargas Segura struck out looking. His previous at-bat flew out to third in his first at-bat. 0 for 2 here in game 2. Went 2 for 4 in game 1. Breaking ball misses outside. The center fielder gets ahead on the count here. The 2-0. Breaking ball, low and outside. Ball 3. And the first type of adversity here for Nick Seaman. In game 2, 3-0. In there for a strike. Pisano, the DH, is on deck. The 3-1. Ball 4. And that will bring in the first run of the game here for SNHU. Giolongo strides home, and it's 3-1 post. So here's Jake Pisano, grounded out to shortstop in his previous at-bat, struck out looking in his first at-bat. And we will have a mound visit here for the Eagles. Eagles bullpen is getting loose. Can't see who's warming up, but 2 pitchers active in the pen. Seaman is going to stay out there, it appears. Just needs a mound visit to calm down the nerves. The sophomore, 6'4", digs in here. A 2021 graduate of Hamden High School. First pitch, breaking ball low. He was the captain of Hamden High baseball. That one misses outside. Pass ball. Runner comes home. DeMauro is safe. It's 3-2. Fun fact about Pisano at Hamden High School, he had the most hits ever as a freshman on varsity and set a new career stolen base record. And he had a post-grad year at Westminster where he played basketball and baseball. Takes that pitch for a strike. Siemens' pitch count is now up to 83. Excuse me, 84. Called strike. 2-2. And runners on second and third. The go-ahead run is at seconds. That's Vargas Segura. The 2-2 from Seaman. Hit to the right side for a base hit. That will tie it up. Vargas Segura rounding third, and the Penmen have the lead as Pisano is thrown out at seconds.
2 runs, a single. And then he was out 7-3-6.
So the Penmen quiet all game long, and they erupt here in the fifth, and we are going to have a pitching change. 4 runs thus far for the Penmen in the fourth, and they took a 4-3 lead. We'll have a call to the bullpen and step aside here on the broadcast. So the graduate student, Noah Connor, in relief, the right-hander from West Springfield, Massachusetts. In relief here for Noah Seaman. For Nick Seaman. In his first start of the year, he pitched well, and then up until this fifth inning, just kind of unraveled a little bit. And the Penmen, they have a 4-3 lead with Jorge Burgos, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in his first at-bat, flew out to center in his second at-bat, and he hits this to shallow left center. That will drop for a base hit. Burgos is into first. And that is the 4th hit for SNHU here in Game 2. So Nader Wachter, the freshman, digs in here with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to Wachter. In the dirt. Nice block there by Contreras. Connor checks in on Burgos at first. The 1-0. Blowing outside for ball 2. Two out. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Safe. Just got in there, did Burgos. It was a called strike, so 2-1 count. With 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Two one. Slice foul. Connor delivers, and Wachter spoils it. Connor deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Penman, they get 4 across in the top of the 5th, and they take a 4-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th here at Municipal Stadium. So Brassel's day is done, and in relief is Zachary Gitchier. So Gitchier, a graduate student from Lowell, Massachusetts, stands at 6 foot, a right-hander. Gitchier in 9.2 innings of work this year has a 13.03 ERA, 1-2, 6 appearances in relief. This will be his 7th of the year. Graduated from Lowell Catholic High School in 2018. Played baseball and soccer for the Crusaders. So Eagles give up 4 to the Penmen in the top of the 5th, and we begin this bottom of the 5th. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Eagles in this bottom of the 5th, trying to regain the lead. Karen is 1 for 2 on the game, had a line drive single to right field in his previous at-bat and struck out swinging in his first at-bat. First pitch from Gitchier in relief is a fastball that paints the outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss there from Karen. 1-2 count. Second strikeout of the game for Karen, and first strikeout in relief for Gitchier as he faces his first batter. There's Rivera, who grounded out into a double play in his first at-bat, and he ropes this one into to center field for a single line drive. Kelly takes that one on the outside corner for strike 1. Jalen Kelly walked in both of his at-bats here in game 2. Contreras on deck. 1 out, 0-1 count here in the bottom of the 5th, 4-3 Penmen. As Gitchier checks in on Rivera at first. That fastball misses outside. 1-1 count to number 58. One ripped into left field for a single. Lots of exit velocity off of that one from Kelly. And now the catcher, Manny Contreras, up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, and his first at-bat struck out swinging. Runners at second and first here for the Eagles. A little bit of a jam here for Gitchier in relief. First pitch to Contreras is a fastball that's right down Broadway for strike 1. Six hits now for the Eagles to the Penmen's 4 here in game 2. Trailing by 1 run. The 0-1 upstairs. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. One, two, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Danny Gill, who struck out twice here in this game, swinging both times, takes a ball on the outside for ball one. Pick off at second. The 2-0. Check swing. He did go. 2-1. And Rivera on second. Kelly at first. The 2-1. Paints that outside corner for strike two. Two. Count full. The SNHU dugout loved that spot, but they don't get the call. Huge payoff pitch coming up here from Gitchier. Runners on second and first, 2 outs, 3-2. Runners go, swing and a miss. And Gitchier is fired up after the big strikeouts. We will head to the 6th. Penmen 4, Eagles 3. Noah Connor back on the mound here for the Eagles. Top of the 6th here at Municipal Stadium. So glad you're with us here on this Saturday. Well, now it's not the afternoon, it's the evening time, but we started both of these games off in the afternoon. 4-3 Penmen as they put up 4 runs in the top of the 5th. We are in the top of the 6th now with 7, 8, 9 due up here for the Penmen in the top of the 6th. Kyle Levine will start things off for the Penmen. That's ripped to the left side, and that will squeak through into the outfield for a leadoff single for SNHU here in the top of the 6th. So pinch hitting here is the guy who played catcher last game for the Penmen. So Zach Kinsley will pinch hit here for O'Sullivan. Connor checks in at first. 5 hits here for SNHU in Game 2. With a win here in Game 2, they would, as Zinsley lays it down, beautiful bunt, textbook And Connor goes to first, nearly airmails the throw. They get Kinsley out at first. Levine advances to second. And the Penmen, they have a runner in scoring position here with one out in the top of the sixth. And that will bring up the third baseman, Frankie DeMero, who is 1 for 2 here in game 2. And an infield single in his last at-bat, flew out to center in his first at-bat. First pitch to the third baseman, big hack, and a miss. Again, with a win here in game 2, SNHU would clinch the weekend 3-set win as they won game 1 8-3. And tomorrow it will be the final game of the 3-game series. First pitch is slated to start at 1 o'clock. The 1-1. Inside for ball 2. Top of the orders on deck here for the Penmen. The 2-1 ripped to left field. Trailing back is Karen to the wall. That will go over his head. And digging around third and scoring is Levine. It is 5-3 SNHU with a 1-out RBI double for the 9-hitter. So here's Reisdorf, who has had a much different outlook in the box here in Game 2 than he did in Game 1. In Game 1, he was 3 for 5. Here in Game 2, he is 0 for 3. Flew out to left field in his last at-bat, grounded out to second in his second at-bat, and struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Takes this one upstairs for ball 1. We are even 6-6 in hits now. And a 2-run lead for SNHU. The 1-0 from Connor is a slider in there for a strike. The lights are coming on here at Municipal Stadium. That pitch outside, 2-1 count. Tomorrow at second, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Took a while for the SNHU bats to come alive here Game 2, but they are very much alive as they have scored 5 runs here as Reisdorf fouls that back to the backstop. 2-2. Connor deals a 2-2. And Reisdorf fouls it away once again. Connor fires to home, and that's ripped into left center field. Tailing back is Gill, and he gets under it to make the grab. Tagging at second is DeMaro. He'll stroll into third with 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And here is Woders, who has been hit by a pitch in all 3 of his at-bats here in Game 2. And he is not backing away. He's right on that plate. He doesn't care. Takes that one up and in. But the pitcher who hit him all 3 times is not on the mound anymore, so he might be okay. 1-0. Upstairs and in. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on third. Connor's pitch count up to 17 now. 2-1. Lifted up in the air. Rivera has got room and makes the grab to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Penmen get one across in the top of the 6th and take a 5-3 lead. Heading into the bottom of the 6th here at Municipal. Nine and top due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th, chasing 2 runs. The freshman John Onofrio will step in here as he had an RBI single to right field in his last at-bat, 1 for 2 on the day. And has driven one of the 3 Eagles runs in Game 2. A 5'7" freshman. Takes the first one from Gittier, low and outside. That one paints the outside corner. Presumably a 5-year age difference between the pitcher and the batter here, as Gittier graduated from high school in 2018 and presumably Onofrio graduated in 2023 as he's a freshman. So the rookie versus the vet here. Two and two. Slice into right field for a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the 6th. That's the way to start it. Chasing 2 here. Onofrio back-to-back singles to right field, and that will bring up the top of the order. So here's Pavlicek. Big hack at the first pitch. Whiffs on it. He is 1 for 3 here in Game 2. Ground out to first in his last at-bat. The 0-1. In the dirt. And that's Kinsley behind the dish. Didn't see that Levine is no longer back there. So Kinsley started Game 1 behind the plate. Was back there for the entire way and coming in here in game 2 and providing his services as Pavlicek swings and misses at that one. 1-2 count. One, two. And that will get through for a single. So 2 singles to lead off this bottom of the 6th for the Eagles. And that will bring up Cornwell. It was 0 for 2 on the day, on the game. He squares, lays it down. Get your ghosts of first for out number 1. But Cornwell does his job and advances both of the runners into scoring position. So the tying run is at second. That's Pavlicek in scoring position. Huge opportunity here for Corchado. It was struggled here in game 2, 0 for 3. Swings at the first pitch and lifts that into foul play. The Eagles dugout is alive and well, recognizing the situation here. Tying run is at second. Go-ahead run is at the plate. The 0-1. And gets you able to get ahead in a hurry. The 0-2. Misses inside. You could hear the Penmen dugout wanting that call. And that seemed a little too close for Corchado to take that with 2 strikes, but he gets away with it. 1-2. Ripped into center field. That will drop. 1 run coming in. Pavlicek is held up at third. And the Eagles within 1. So that will bring up the left fielder, DJ Karen, who's 1 for 3 here in game 2 with 2 strikeouts. In the second at-bat, he had a line drive single to right field. First pitch. Hits that out to center. Tagging is Pavlicek. The throw to home, and we have a tie game. Sacrifice fly for Karen. And the Eagles answer the bell here. 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they are not done yet. That will bring up Rivera with a runner on first. 2 down. That's hit to the right side. Burgos fields it cleanly, throws it to first in time. We head to the 7th, not before the Eagles get 2 across and tie the game up at 5. Don't go anywhere here at Municipal Stadium. Top of the 7th. Eagles get 2 across in the bottom of the 6th, and we are at a standstill here, 5-5. And the meat of the order due up here for SNHU. 3, 4, 5, Harry Vargas Segura. With a slugging percentage coming into the weekend set at 7.31. Digs in here to face off against Connor. Takes the first pitch right down the hatch for strike 1. What a game this has been. The Eagles went up 3-0 after the 4th inning. And then the Penmen put up 4 in the top of the 5th. And then they put up 1 in the top of the 6th to go up 5-3. And then the Eagles answer the bell last half inning with 2 runs as the 0-2 misses outside for ball 1. Vargas Segura spoils that one. He's got an RBI here in this game. The 1-2. Rips that down the right field line, foul. If he straightened that one out, that could have been extra bases there. Connor fires to home plate. And Vargas Segura is on it. Fouls the past 2 pitches off down the right field line with some power. And if you are the Eagles, this is, at this point in the game, this is just not the part of the order that you want to face. The 1-2. Lifted up. That's going to stay in play. To the moon, and Rivera hauls it in. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. So Pisano will dig in here, who's got 2 RBIs in this one, 1 for 3. Righty on righty. Connor delivers. And that's fouled away on the first pitch. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Misses. Good spot there, and Contreras looking for the explanation from the home plate umpire. 1-1 on its way from Connor. Low, ball 2. The 2-1. Slice foul. The 2-2. Hit right back up the middle. Cornwell gets there, fires the first, in time. Nice play there by the shortstop to get out number 2 here in the top of the 7th. Jorge Burgos 1 for 2 here in this one. He hit a home run in game 1, so someone to be careful about here in the way that you pitch to him. First pitch to the second baseman is low and outside. Ball 2. Two oh. Paints the inside corner. Burgos not happy with the call. Two balls, one strike. Connor winds and fires. Foul ball. 2-2. Big pitch coming up here for Connor. Steps off the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball. Upstairs and in. Count is full. The freshman Wachter is on deck, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Here is the payoff. Called strike 3! Connor's fired up, and the Eagles have an opportunity to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. We're back right here at Municipal Stadium in 60 seconds. Six, seven, 8 due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 7th. Again, just a reminder if you're just tuning in, we are only playing 7 innings here in Game 2. Jalen Kelly, who had a single to left field in his last at-bat, has drawn 2 walks. 1 for 1 here in Game 2. The Eagles' dugout is energized. Two-0 finds the strike zone. And Kelly not pleased with the call. 2-2. This one's ripped down the left field line, foul. Two. Inside. Full count. Payoff. Rolled over. Took a bad hop, but DeMauro fires across the diamond in time for out number one here in the bottom of the seventh. So here's Contreras. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 strikeouts. Was hit by a pitch in his second at-bat. Right down the hatch for strike one. Gettier up to 43 pitches now in relief. The 0-1. Gettier has allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 3. As he falls behind in the count here, 2-1 to the catcher. Two. Count is full. Contreras starting only in his third game of the year, appearing in his third game of the year. 5 at-bats coming into today. Huge payoff pitch on its way. Ball 4. The winning run is on base. So here's Gill, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts here in Game 2. The first offering from Gettier, he squares. The freshman Onofrio is on deck, who has been on fire here in Game 2. Last 2 at-bats has singled to right field. Lays down a beautiful bunt. They go to first in time. Contreras advances to second. And that will bring up the freshman. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. RBI single to right field in his second, and then a single to right field in his previous at-bat. This seems like the guy you want to have up if you are the Eagles. And this will warrant a mound visit here. Recognizing the hot bat of Onofrio potentially. And they want to talk things over. Contreras is on second.
They're not saying which way it goes. It's going to be a close play on the plate.
No, he's been playing. I think he played game 1.
Mound visit has concluded. And Onofrio digs in. Graduate student on freshman here. The stage is set. A base hit would likely win the game for the Eagles. First pitch outside and low. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside. Top of the order is on deck. Pavelchuk, who was 2 for 4 on the game. The 2-0 to Onofrio. Ripped down the left line. Rounding third is Contreras. He will score! It's a walk-off winner! And for the first time in program history, the Eagles defeat the Penmen. What a game!
I got the wrong side of the field. I guess right field.
The freshman walks it off. He was hot here in game 2. And the Eagles win it 6-5. An instant classic here at Municipal Stadium. What a game!
Oh, okay.
The Eagles even up the weekend series. And the third game of the 3-game sets will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Onofrio, the freshman, walks it off, and the Eagles win it 6-5 here in game 2. For our entire athletic communication staff here at Post University, I'm Griffin Cass signing off from Municipal Stadium. You're not going to want to miss the post-game interview coming up with John Onofrio. All right, Griffin Cass alongside the freshman second baseman John Onofrio with a walk-off winner here at Municipal Stadium. Eagles win the back end of 2 here in the doubleheader on this Saturday afternoon, 6-5. John, you went 3 for 4 in Game 2 here today, 2 RBIs. Take me through that final at-bat.
Danny Gill did a great job butting man over to second base, and I just tried to be as simple as I could, get my foot down early, get the bat head out, and that's exactly what I did. Got good barrel on it, and God does the rest.
So you guys beat SNHU for the first time in program history. What does that mean to this group?
It means a lot to this group. This group is working very hard from the fall to the trips to everything. Honestly, practices are intense. The team is working hard, but it means a lot to this team to beat a great opponent like SNU. So
you guys lost 8-3 in Game 1. Just what changed for you guys specifically in the batter's box here in Game 2?
Honestly, we just had to stop chasing pitches out of the zone. We let the starter go. Their starter in the first game go 8 2/3 of innings. Trying to see more pitches, stay in the zone, in the strike zone, and put together better at-bats.
So you guys split again here today. Final game of the weekend set tomorrow starting at 1 for the weekend, for the series win. What's just going to be the message going to that game tomorrow?
Just play your game, Play your game. Stay in the zone as hitters, and pitchers are going to do their job like they always do to give us shots to win ball games, and that's pretty much it. Defense has got to play defense, which we most of the time do.
John, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy with your teammates.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. Congratulations again.
Appreciate it.